Hello and welcome. This is an AM5 B650 micro ATX motherboard from China. Costing just $59, it is a good deal for a B650 chipset. The brand seems to be PCWINMAX. This is obviously a budget board and it shows. It is missing quite a bit of features such as an internal USB-C port, VRM heatsinks, Wi-Fi, although it does provide a Wi-Fi card slot, and just 2 RAM slots, which isn't really an issue with DDR5. Finally, it has only one M.2 slot, but you could use an extension card for that second PCI Express slot on bottom. What it does have more unexpectedly is 8 USB ports in the back, which is very nice for its price. If you don't need those extra features, you might as well save some money and get this, provided that it works as it should. We will find that out soon enough. Before doing that though, let's take a look at the box. I don't generally show you the box when I review random Chinese motherboards because they usually come in a plain brown box. This one, however, came in a branded box. While that alone is a big improvement, it stops there because the box has nothing but an I/O shield and a single SATA cable. There is no manual, so you have to figure things out. The BIOS date is quite old, but it should support up to Ryzen 9000 series, although I strongly advise against using any 3D cache CPUs on this due to the lack of any recent updates. You don't want to risk burning those expensive CPUs. Moving on, the BIOS itself is pretty bare bone. It doesn't have a lot of options. With several Windows updates going on in background, I am looking for any system abnormalities or instability. To be honest, this motherboard is pretty bare bone, so there aren't many to go wrong. I think I am going to install a GPU and try gaming to further test it. GPU-Z reports that the main PCI Express slot is indeed Generation 4. I just had to make sure of that. Overall, it is running without any troubles. Mind you that this motherboard has no heatsink whatsoever on the VRM, but as long as there is decent airflow, it shouldn't pose an issue, provided that you don't use high-end Ryzen CPUs. First of all, what is the point of this motherboard having B650 chipset? I ask because the BIOS has no option at all to control PBO at all. I don't even know whether it's turned on or off. They should have used A620 and made it even cheaper. Still, at $59 US, this is the cheapest AM5 motherboard I've encountered so far, and it has 8 USB ports in the back, which I feel is the strongest point for this motherboard, although only 3 of them seem to be USB 3. With no RGB options and the lack of other modern features, I feel that this motherboard is probably best suited for home lab builds, where you won't probably need those extra features. A budget build and AM5 do not mix together, so I won't even recommend that route. Finally, do I recommend this? Well, it works. I've dealt with quite a number of cheap Chinese motherboards now, and they've all worked flawlessly. I cannot vouch for their longevity, but I've used some of them for months now and they are still going. If you don't want all the extra jazz, which are often marketing gimmicks, why not, I would say. Just be aware of what you are getting and keep your expectations low. Thank you for watching and see you next time.